Good afternoon. I'm trying to get this done in between rain showers and getting the next collection of poetry book, the next book of poetry published in the next few weeks. So I have to do it in the afternoon instead of the morning. Car. All right, today I want to tell you a story about learning guitar. I didn't start learning guitar until I was 17. That's late. It's very late, especially if you're trying to make it your career. So I started learning guitar at 17, started learning bass a few months later. Didn't start learning how to sing till I was 21. But anyway, started piano at 18 while I was in Russian school in California. But the first guitar is what I loved. Writing songs on the guitar is what I really loved. Even though I wrote over 100 songs on piano, guitar was my thing. But that first three and a half years was really hard. I couldn't get this hand to do what I wanted it to do. The fingers, basically. I knew everything I wanted to do. They just wouldn't obey. And it was difficult getting people to jam with me, probably because of my over exuberance and being excited about music, being a little too excited about music. You might call it obsessive. But anyway, the first 3.5 years was really hard. It was frustrating. It was demoralizing. It was really discouraging a lot of the times because I worked really hard, and it just didn't seem to be coming together. Although I can tell you that I did have encouragement along the way. Every now and then there would be somebody who would be like, "You're onto something. Keep going. This is good." And I was very thankful for those times and for those people. But that first 3.5 years, man, it was rough. It was frustrating. I was, I was also learning a difficult job while I was while I was learning guitar. But it was difficult, and then it was really weird, man. It was almost miraculous, you might say, because somewhere in that in between 3.5 years and 4 years, everything changed, and I mean everything. People were coming out of the woodwork trying to get me to play for them. Bands in Omaha were like, "Hey, dude, you got to come play for us." Multiple bands, "You got to come play and sing for us." "Wait, I can't sing." "Yeah, well, you need to come play and sing for us." "Hey, I want to be your manager. You heard me play like 4 songs. What is there to manage?" It was things like that where all of a sudden I went from being the guy that nobody really wanted to play with to all of a sudden being a big fish in a little pond. And it wasn't like, I mean, I was still surrounded by people who were way better than me, who knew way more than me, who were just, they thought much more musically than me. I don't know, I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that, oh wow, something has changed with my playing and my writing, because now all of a sudden people like what I'm doing. And it took 3.5 years, 4 years of working on the fundamentals every single day. And that's melody, harmony, rhythm, timing, and listening. Those 5 things. Those are the fundamentals in music. So, and I did that every day. I worked on that stuff every day, sometimes for many hours a day, for 3.5 years before it started to pay off. Now, of course, it was paying off that entire time. It was just difficult to see because my metric for paying off was, I want to be in a band. I want to be a rock star. I want to be writing songs that people want to hear. Right? That was my metric for success. And of course, you know, I was a young kid. I didn't know that's the wrong metric. That can be the goal, but you can't measure every day by that. But you know, I was young and ignorant and inexperienced. My point in telling you the story is, it takes time to develop skill. It takes a lot of time, and being consistent over a long period of time is what it takes to developing that skill. Consistency and time over a long period of time, and you'll develop the skills that you're wanting to develop. Now for me, after I developed the skills, I had to keep working on them, but also I had to learn other things, because there's other things in the music business that you have to be able to do to be able to make a living in music. And I had to figure out what those things were, because nobody wanted to tell you. I needed to figure out what they were, how to get good at them, and which ones I should pay attention to and focus on. And all of those things also take time, and you got to give yourself that time. Have a great day.